Folks, Owen from EMF coming to you with that cravings video. As I look at the ceiling here in the gym, God, that really needs a lick of paint. I'll get on that. That'll be the next video. So yeah, thanks for everyone that voted on the poll on the Facebook page, and the cravings question came through the strongest. So I did a bit of a Snapchat on it earlier on too, just to get a few thoughts down. And cravings are usually for tasty, high calorie, not very nutrient dense foods, right? So foods that would usually be in direct opposition to our goals of fat loss, muscle gain, sporting performance, health, what have you. So why in the world would we consume these foods and generally binge on these foods, do some damage with these foods? Well, they're obviously epically tasty, that's one thing, and that's out of our control. The foods are what's called hyperpalatable. They have a certain combination of fat, sugar and salt that make them just bon appetit, and that's not our fault that these foods are epically tasty. But in order to reach our goals, we have to combat these cravings. We have to battle them to a degree. So there was two kind of trains of thought I found worked well with this. One, you can just accept that these foods are going to be a part of your life, and you can just work with some portion control. So if you love chocolate, don't buy the big huge box or the big huge packet that you're just going to be nibbling away, and before you know it, the whole thing's gone and there's 1,000 calories down the swanny there. Buy small little packets, portion controlled packets, segmented, okay, so that at least with the act of having to open up a second package, you might say, right, actually I've had one, I can still fit that in my calories, so I can be flexible, I can eat the foods I love, still stay on track and lose weight or put on muscle, whatever it may be. And that's usually quite useful for people beginning, that they're not going to make a huge jump from eating muck all the time to being a clean eater or totally changing their diet. That's not going to work, that's not going to be sustainable. So something in the middle that lets them eat a bit of their nice mucky food and still stay on track, still go forward, make progress, okay? On the other end, if you're of the personality type that you just can't have willpower, or you can't have a good relationship with food, you may have to just not have the food around. Just keep those foods that are your vices far away from you, and maybe condense them all into one day, one cheat day as you say, where you just kind of let loose a little and eat a lot of that type of food. But that way isn't ideal, I find, because it just creates a bad relationship with food. It brings in the good versus bad, the clean versus dirty, and the evil versus saintly, okay? So trying to have a better relationship with food, understanding that, yes, I love crisps, I love chocolate, alcohol, whatever, I'll just eat it in moderation, stay on track, okay? I would recommend though, because I found this myself, especially when you're on lower calories, that it's harder to have that flexibility. If I have 3,000 calories and I'm following, let's say, that 80-20 rule, I can basically have, you know, a couple of 500-600 calories of mucky-ish food and be totally on track. If I'm on 2,000 calories going into a shoot, I don't have that amount of calories, and I'm going to be hungry on 2,000 calories anyway, so I'm not going to give up 300 calories for a chocolate bar, when that 300 calories could be a mash direct and a bowl of stir fry and a salad, which would absolutely fill me to stuff me to the gills. So there is going to be your context specific difference. That, like, cravings, it's a hard one because it's so psychological. It's your environment that may trigger it. A certain friend comes over and you always have muck food. It's the friend that is causing the trigger in you to eat that food, or when you go out, or when you eat with your family, something like that, okay? So you really need to do an assessment of your environment, the people around you, okay, or what's happening at work, or when you go out, or how you're feeling. If you're sleep deprived and you crave a certain food, there's a direct link there. You need to address your sleep, not just go after the food, but what's causing the craving. That's a big thing to figure out, folks. So there's always way more to it than we think. But if you have any specific questions, please just ask. Oh, and down EMF way, yeah, about to paint the roof, I swear, honest. All right, thanks. Any questions, do ask though.